Good morning, everybody. Well, I guess in honor of Thanksgiving almost here, the snow has come, the cold has come, and it's not really winter, but I guess Denver is a winter wonderland this morning, especially for all of those of you who like cold. I'm the summer girl. But today, everybody knows that Edible Beats, all the restaurants, which Joy will tell you, has always been um, a favorite, a baby, a child to me. I've been around for all of them. Wonderful group, wonderful people. Joy Williams, welcome. Is it Williams or Morrison?
My last name is Williams Clark.
So I only got the Williams. I didn't get the Clark. Okay. That's all right. I'll take both. Welcome. And I don't think I've actually met you in person.
I don't think I've had the pleasure of meeting you in person yet. There's always time.
Any day, honey. I'm always available for Edible Beats. But let's start by you telling all of the viewers today about, well, I want to hear about you, but first tell them Edible Beats, what restaurants they include.
Cool. I'm one of our culinary operations chefs, which means I get the opportunity to work in all of our 5 very unique, big personality restaurants. I get to act as sort of a resource team along with others, partnering with the executive chefs and the back of house teams just to make sure all things run smoothly, whether it's a new system or a new menu change. And I have to say, to date, it's probably one of the coolest jobs I've had.
Oh, wow. Okay, the restaurants are Root Down's first.
Yeah, so Root Down's our flagship restaurant. It is kind of in the heart of the west of the Highlands, and it is, I think, just kind of a funky and fresh Americana style cuisine. They get to do a little bit of everything, get to have a lot of fun with it. But this is the first restaurant Justin opened about 14 years ago now. And definitely, I think, just speaks to being the heart and soul of Edible Beats. So much so that we even have one of these guys over in the airport for travelers coming and going to be able to enjoy as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I go early to eat it.
You have to go ready for a line, but I always promise it's worth the wait.
Oh no, I didn't. I planned my trips.
Yeah.
So
and so after Justin opened Root Down, he had a really cool opportunity in a very unique building to open Linger, which is in a former mortuary. And I think that the team did such an incredible job of just leaning into that history and that roots and getting to be a little tongue-in-cheek with all things that a mortuary encompasses, and a lot of really
formaldehyde bottles for water.
Yeah.
That freaked my grandson out when he was 5. He got over it real fast.
Yeah, they do a really cool job there. I think what I've always loved about that concept is it just kind of speaks to breathing life into all things old and upcycled. The building has a lot of really cool different parts to it. There's a rooftop and a beautiful bar lit up with light bright. They do a lot of international cuisine, paying homage to a lot of street food style cuisine, a lot of snacks and bites. It's pretty hard to go to Linger and not leave with a big smile on your face and feeling like you've just been part of a big party.
I agree. And then came L5.
Then came L5. L5 has such a unique vibe to it. Chef Corey Ferguson, who's been with the company for, I want to say, about 11 years now, opened L5 with Justin and does an incredible job celebrating everything from Spanish tapas all the way through the Mediterranean. And I think even touching out into Egypt and Greece and just really exciting parts of the world where they can celebrate tapas. And of course, the highlight on their menu are the made to order, carefully crafted paellas that have just an abundance of love put into them from the start to finish.
Well, I just have to say, I adore Root Down. I adore Linger. But L5, not only the 5th floor, the view of the city that's unbeatable, but I just ate there this week again. their food, I think all your restaurants have the best food. I have to say, I think L5 had the best meal of the year. It is outrageous. So,
It truly is. And it's one of those places where you're going to leave probably having tried something you've never tried before and just being full in heart as well as stomach. But
oh yeah,
to your point, I think that there is a pretty incredible, breathtaking view up there on the 5th floor of L5.
It's the best view of town.
I would agree. I think I've yet to eat anywhere that had a better city view, just sparkling at nighttime.
And it's outrageous. So
yeah.
And then you have Ophelia.
We do. We've got Ophelia's Electric Soapbox. I think this is sort of a little bit of an outlier amongst the company and concept because it partners really cool gastro brothel style cuisine along with live shows and music. I feel like everyone I meet when I mention Ophelia's, they all kind of have that light bulb of like, oh, I've been there, and
of course
yeah. Everything from, your small acoustic local sets, local DJs, and even big name bands coming through there. And of course, it'd be remiss if you hadn't been to the just really lively Ophelia's brunches that have everything from DJs and live music. But I'd say those are some of our most popular services there. Just a really cool, funky, fresh menu. Again, the kind of that excitement of Justin, who loves so many cultures and cuisines, to get to do a little bit of everything, but always
he's
a lot
of music guy too.
Yes, exactly. And
I mean, people going to Ophelia's have to know it's more delicious food, but fun with a little more noise with the bands and everything playing, and you see live music and everything.
Yeah, I often joke it's the best food you can get at a concert.
For sure. And last but not least, Vital.
Yes, Vital Root. Now, Vital Root's tucked over there off 38th and Tennyson in that really cool Berkeley neighborhood that, I mean, anyone who hasn't been paying attention, it's just blossomed over the last 5 years. Just such a cool community. Yeah, and I think what I love most about it is you're really gonna, I mean, I don't know the actual statistics, but I'd say about 90% of just small local owned shops of people just on that street doing things that just bring their heart, so much passion and joy, and just making that community really a cool one. But Vital Root is our sort of quick, slow food restaurant. So it is that
vegan.
So it is. I think we say 100% vegetarian and about 99% vegan.
Right.
And then we also recently got our gluten-free certification. So that is now a very safe haven for all of our friends who have maybe celiac disease or just really, want to avoid gluten altogether, but still presenting high quality products and pastries and even some house-made bread, all made without gluten.
I do remember your chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah, it's a really fun cookie.
And I also might say, not being a vegan, I have friends who are. I have been there, and surprisingly, it was fabulous.
Yes, I do feel like we're seeing a lot of people edging towards that plant-themed, and I think what I really love and what we all celebrate about Vital Root is that while it happens to be vegan and it happens to be gluten-free, the chef team there really just puts out really delicious food.
And I was going to say, but it happens to be really good.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it just shows you the diversity. And I want to get to you and more, but I think we could say any of your restaurants will accommodate you if you're vegan, gluten-free, vegetarian. They'll fix anything to make you happy.
It's very true. Justin and the entire team in each of our restaurants are really passionate about just having really accessible cuisine for those who have either dietary restrictions or just preferences.
Right.
Yeah, we often design our menus to where they're, vegan when possible and to allow for a lot of alternative preparation. So we always encourage guests, if you have dietary restrictions or preferences, to just make sure your server's informed and let the kitchen work their magic.
And they do. All right, now we're really going to talk about something happening now. But briefly, tell me about Joy.
Joy is, um, I am a Colorado native.
Okay.
So I always think it's just, apparently we're a bit of a unicorn these days. But it's been really cool to watch the city blossom. So I grew up here and then I attended Johnson and Wales, and my background, yeah, my background is actually in pastry. I studied here as well as in France. And then I've spent my time dabbling as the executive pastry chef for a good majority of the restaurant groups here in town over the last decade, and found my way to EdibleBeats in May of 2020. Such an interesting time in all of the restaurant lives.
Oh, wow.
But started here, focused on their pastry programs, and then as time went on and needs changed and grew, I had the opportunity to come on in more of an operations role and get to have an impact on the programs from, logistical standpoints and systems and procedures, which have always kind of been my specialty. So
Wow.
yeah, it's been a
I'm glad
really
I asked.
a really amazing. I think I'm at about 2.5 years now.
Good for
And just,
you.
yeah, couldn't be happier that I am with this company and the opportunities that I've had with them, and just having a chance to grow.
Good for you. Okay, now you all could come on anytime and talk to me about any restaurant, and I could go into detail with you for about 6 hours on any one of them. But we are talking about a special thing that EdibleBeats, which is all the restaurants we've been talking about, is doing for Thanksgiving. You're on, lady.
Yes, let's talk turkey.
Ah, I love it.
So in 2020, I think like most of the restaurants all over the world, we were evaluating and looking at ways to have an impact and be present for the guest with all sorts of closures, and just figuring out, of course, some revenue streams as well.
Stay alive.
So they, like many others, cooked up the idea that having a high quality turkey dinner at home might be something that during shutdown people were looking for, and it was a wild success. So this is our third year doing it, and we're excited to, offer a little bit different items each year. That way, if you're a repeat guest, we're putting something new and fresh on your table, but still up to those EdibleBeats quality standards. So we're doing our big Thanksgiving this year. We call it the EdibleBeats Presents because it's got a little bit of inspiration, I think, from each of the restaurants and each of the styles that we do. And so we package those meals for one, but also offer some fun things like our Everything But the Turkey Kit, where if you happen to be a turkey cooking expert and you're going to have that big, beautiful bird or an alternative something on your table, we'll take care of all those gourmet sides, and you have that opportunity to have those at home. Some, fresh baked rolls and the
Talk about some of the items, or do you have a list of them? Because I do.
yeah. So our turkey dinners, and all those items are available a la carte or with the Everything But the Turkey package. So we've got our turkey two ways that has that roasted turkey breast and the confit dark meat, a little bit of both so that everyone gets a little something. We've got our roasted garlic, turnip, and potato mash that has a delicious giblet gravy that goes over the top. Some house-made stock, Justin's family's cranberry salad recipe, because you got to have the classics in there.
I want.
Yeah. And then we also have our roasted delicata squash that's going to have a really creative curry oil, pomegranate molasses, fresh pomegranate seeds on it, and then some crispy Brussels sprouts with bacon jam, and just kind of some fun stuff there. One of my more exciting additions this year is our Everything Bagel stuffing.
I just saw that.
Yeah, so it's got some fun stuff in there. chestnuts, all sorts of high flavor profiles, and then just really celebrating that everything bagel seasoning that I think we can all argue has been a popular addition to most pantries in the last year.
Okay, now I can order this at any one of the restaurants except Vital Root, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So you go through the, we're doing our sales through the Talk website. So if you go to any of our restaurants' websites, there's a link, or you can go to Talk itself and order all the way through Sunday at about midnight. And the reason you can't order through Vital Root is because each year Vital Root does their own unique turkey or unique Thanksgiving dinner. Chef Kyle and his team over there have prepared some really beautiful stuffed acorn squash with your mashed potatoes and gravy and all those little things that you still want at Thanksgiving, even if you're a plant-based eater. Of course, because it's from Vital Root, it's going to be 100% gluten-free, and we do make those 100% vegan as well. Just to have those accessibility.
Okay, before we get to dessert, I have a question. Did I hear you say that if you needed dinner just for one, you would do that?
Yeah, so we offer the
That's
dinner
amazing.
package for one, basically ready to heat and eat. And then this year we offered our everything but the turkey, so that if you wanted to have just a really great deal on all the sides and some rolls, but you're doing your own center of the plate. And then we also offer all the sides a la carte. So if you just wanted a really high quality side of sweet mashed potatoes, you can order that as well.
Oh, I'd like one of everything. But right now we haven't gotten to dessert. Talk about pies.
We do. So this again is our third year making some really delicious from scratch pies. We're featuring the 4 flavors. We've got a classic pumpkin. We've got a rye whiskey pecan pie that's highlighting some rye whiskey from the Family Jones Distillery, a local distillery that has our heart. And then
to Linger, if you want to know.
And then yes, Georgetown. And then we are doing our apple crumble pie that has a really fun and funky jack cheese streusel on top that gives it just a little something different, made with fresh Honeycrisp and Granny Smith apples. And then again, that delicious all butter crust. And then our unique pie that we do that I to date haven't seen elsewhere in town is our layered pie. So we do the bottom layer is actually going to be that same classic pumpkin pie. And then the top layer is that rye whiskey pecan pie. So it's sort of that best of both worlds.
You can just have one piece and take care of everything.
Exactly. And you know, we started doing this our first year, and I'd say consistently it is our highest selling pie, just because I think it's that little something unique for people who are maybe looking for something different on the holiday.
Okay, now they have to order by Sunday night. When do they pick this up?
So the pickups are going to be available for Vital Root. You'll pick up from Vital Root. And for the EdibleBeats, we'll be doing our pickups out of Root Down. Those pickups are going to be on Tuesday and Wednesday, the week of Thanksgiving. Obviously, we want to have our restaurants closed so our teams can be with their families on Thursday. But since it is packaged cold and ready for you to warm at home, makes it really easy for those Tuesday or Wednesday pickups.
I assume there's a little list of instructions for those who don't know how to eat.
Yes.
Not eat.
Yeah. Yep. All of our instructions will be included with the meals. I believe our pickup windows on Tuesday for 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. and on Wednesday from noon to 8 p.m. Just trying to really have that nice stretch throughout the day so guests can come when it makes sense for them.
Oh, good. Well, I'm so hungry. I'd like Thanksgiving dinner right this minute. And always with everything from there. So give the name of the webpage.
Yep. So you can either go to the ediblebeats.com, and that's BEATS, or you can go to the Talk website, TOCK, and look up EdibleBeats or any of our restaurants listed there, and you'll be able to access all those meals.
Okay. Prices are the same whichever place you order.
No, because depending on the type of meal it is,
I know the price is different, but whether I order from Talk or from EdibleBeats.
Correct. Yep. All the prices will be the same.
Okay. okay. No, I realize different things. You can order one thing or a whole dinner.
Yes, ma'am.
You always do such a fabulous job. And we're not going to have time to go into every restaurant and every detail, which I would be happy to do at any time. And just talk about the charity as well, because I intend to win that dinner.
Yes, we were really excited this year to partner again with Conscious Alliance. It is a charity that provides meals and access to food for families in need or areas with food insecurities.
Oh, good for you.
So 5% of all of our proceeds are going to be donated to them. Again, I think this company just has such an incredible big heart to always do good with the good food that we make. So this year we partnered with Conscious Alliance for that. In addition to that, as you were saying, there is the opportunity to enter for a raffle. So I believe that one is due in, and we're going to announce that on the 20th at 10 a.m. But if you go to the Conscious Alliance website and you make a donation, and in the donation bar, enter that EB Thanks 2022 under your, I think it's like your message to the donator.
It
And
just came up on Facebook and I took it, or in the email.
yeah. So that basically enters you into a raffle to win a dinner for 4, a bottle of wine, and a fresh baked pie. So not too shabby of a win when you consider all the good that that donation will do.
And if I don't win anything, it was well worth it. But you mean I don't get joy with it?
No, you'll always get joy with your pies.
Not that happy joy. I mean you in person. Every time I eat at one of EdibleBeats, I have a lot of joy.
Good. That's exactly what we love.
It's incredible. And if anybody watching has not been, you have no idea what you're missing. And it's just awesome. And for those who are doing Thanksgiving and want to have help, I can't think of a better thing to do. So, I mean, it sounds so perfect. I am just excited and thrilled for you and for all of us. And one more word is, please, if you are watching this, like and subscribe to the Gabb on YouTube, and you'll see this up as soon as we're done. It'll also be on Facebook and Instagram, so everybody can hear about it. And I hope people are buying, but you know what? At least give a donation, help somebody for a wonderful cause. And you might win a whole dinner, but either way, it's a great thing.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for your time and having us on the show today, Gabby.
Oh, my pleasure. I assume you're not open Christmas Day and New Year's Day.
We will be open New Year's Day. So Christmas Day we close, so everyone's got a little time to rest and relax and enjoy their holiday. But on New Year's Day, Ophelia's Linger and Root Down will be open for brunch. And then Vital Root will be open for a portion of the day as well. And then L5 will be open for a dinner under those sparkling city lights.
Oh, it's sparkling without lights, but more so. You are divine. Thank you for your time. Love to everybody at EdibleBeats. You are the best. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. And I hope everybody else enjoys theirs too. Talk to you soon. Much love. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.